Welcome to the Successful Nurse Coach podcast. On this podcast, Laura
and Shelby, both board-certified nurse coaches, show you how to make as much money as you want in private practice as a nurse coach.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Successful Nurse Coach podcast. It is Shelby here with you this morning, and this episode is going to be a bit of stream of consciousness. So just know I am honoring this recurring thought by speaking it out loud today with all of you, and I'm hoping to give you a little bit of food for thought for yourself as well. But we'll get into that in all just a second. If you are not in our mentorship, I wanted to put out there that we are having a new grad workshop on August 4th, and we would love to have you live with us on that call. So mark your calendars, check out the Facebook group, check out our website. We have all the details for you on there. But yeah, we love new grad workshops. We know that there are a bunch of students graduating here soon. We would love to celebrate with you and just give you a little push in the right direction on how to get started and what to spend your time on. So come hang out with us and bring your questions. We're here for it. But for today, this morning, I have a mini story to share with you. And I was scrolling on Instagram probably 2 months ago at this point, and I came across this podcast interview with two people I don't know. They're not relevant to me at all. I don't recognize them, but they were talking about this gift that the person being interviewed was talking about. He got this gift for his wife. They've been married for 10 years. He got her this, I think it was some sort of photo album or something, to where he had to go through 10 years of marriage and pick out 10 pictures from each year to put in this slideshow photo book thing. And he's telling the story, and he's like, I went through thousands of pictures to find the top 10 from every year to have 100 pictures that represented our life together over the past decade. And what I realized is that all of our best moments were on vacation. And then he goes on to paint this story about how, that didn't really sit well with him. Why are his best moments only on vacation? Bop, 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 bop. And he's making this whole point, and I'm I'm assuming that the takeaway is going to be that he worked on creating a day-to-day life that he loved just as much as when he was on vacation. But he goes on to make this whole point and about how much money he's making. He's making $500K a year. And he was like, my life boils down to these moments on vacation. Those are the best moments. So you know what I did? I just started going on vacations every single month of the year. And y'all, I feel like I was gut punched while I was listening to that. I was like, wait, what? How unreasonable is that the everyday person to go on vacation to Hawaii, to Mexico, wherever you're going? And I just remember being so irritated of that is not, you are missing the point. And yes, listener, dear nurse coach, you're probably listening to this and be like, Shelby, maybe chill out. You're projecting all over this stranger on the internet. And you're right. I totally am. But I am so passionate about this not missing the point of day-to-day life. That it really irked me. And I've been thinking about it ever since. And if you're in my mentorship groups, you've already heard me tell this story to you about how much this bothers me. And so anyway, he's like, we go on vacation every month now, and life's wonderful and brilliant and blah, 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 blah. I close my phone. I am, just irritated by this. I just really feel like our society can trend in this direction to where more is more, that you need more vacations, more money, more all of these things to feel happy. And I understand that vacations are the highlight reel, right? That is where you get to escape the day to day and unplug and recharge and go have fun. And I think that those totally serve a point. But like, what if the life that you're living every day just isn't it, right? It doesn't, you can't find the joy or the happiness in the day to day. And I want to read something for you guys that I read at my goal setting workshop last year as a part of the meditation. And I think this kind of like helps drive my point home, right? Of just like how finite life is. And anyway, I want to read it for you here. You look around at other people collecting their big moments, the degree, a promotion, a wedding, a house, and then wait for them to happen to you. We measure our lives by them. Here's the secret about big moments. They are fleeting. An average lifespan of 77 years is 4,000 weeks, 28,000 days, if you're lucky. Your graduation is one of them. A promotion is one of them. Your wedding is one of them. And over time, the degree, the job, the marriage, the home become just parts of our lives as a fact rather than a moment. And we get tossed back into the game of waiting for the next thing. Let's say you have 2 big moments a year and you live until you are 77. That's 154 days of big moments. You live the majority of your life in the 27,846. In the seemingly mundane, your life is happening in the first sip of your morning coffee. You hear it in your loved one's voice. It's in the sunrises and sunset, and in that one tree that always sticks out to you on your daily walk. It's in your children's laughter, your partner's hugs. It is in the smiles and is in the tears. Life is in the everyday if we are only aware enough to feel it. I just want to like sit with that for a minute. And had I read this, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, it wouldn't have carried as much weight as it does for me now. Of like, genuinely, all we really have is the present moment. And I've come to different levels of awareness around this over the past few years, but it especially was driven home in a really, honestly, forceful way whenever I had my heart surgery a few years ago. Of like, this is it, like right here, right now. You sitting, listening to this podcast or washing the dishes or driving to school drop off, like this is all that we have right here today. And everything else is just kind of like a what if, or it's in the past. And so whenever I was listening to this guy talk on Instagram, I'm like, damn it, like we're so still missing the point. The majority of us are still missing it, right? We're still chasing the more, we're still chasing the if when I get this, then I will be fulfilled kind of like ideology. And obviously, I'm a coach. I think having goals are necessary and can be very fulfilling and can be like guideposts for us. And also, I don't know, we're always going to create more goals, right? You'll check one off the list and then we go on to the next thing, right? So if we're not planting our feet right here, right now, and just like breathing in today, like then what? Then life is always on the other side of this what if. So all of this to be ranty and to I feel like I'm kind of being a Debbie Downer today, but this has just been on my mind and I feel like our community might need to hear it. My challenge for all of you is like how do we take the little moments in every day and just soak them in 2% more? How do we make the mundane more magical, more memorable? And I kind of want to leave you with a story, one last story here of oh gosh, this probably was like a year and a half ago. I think I was pregnant. I don't know. Time is weird these days. I haven't had a full night's sleep in, I don't know, since May of 2022. So like I said, time is a little soupy for me, but I think I was pregnant and I was feeling like I wasn't spending enough time with my family. I was feeling disconnected. I wasn't really putting in any like longer hours for our business. I wasn't doing anything particularly extra other than growing a human, casual. And I remember complaining to Laura about it of like, I need to take Ada to do something. I need to my mind immediately jumped to what can I spend $1,000 on that's going to create a memory for me that I can hold on to? Can I take her to the fancy water park that's down the street? Can her and I go have like a mini girls weekend where we stay at a hotel? I don't know, like the list runs long, right? My brain immediately goes to what experience can create? And I think that there's a place for that. And also that night at dinner, I just realized that like I was on my phone while we were eating dinner and I wasn't playing with her when she got home from school or sitting with her while she watched cartoons or like all of these like little routine moments I had just opted out of. And so instead of being like uprooting my whole family and like, let's go on an RV trip for 6 months to where we're all in a tin box and get annoyed with each other. Like, can I just start here? Can I just start here with paying attention to the things that are already happening and the opportunities for connection that are already in front of me? And wouldn't you know it, team, that was enough. Within like 3 days, I felt recalibrated and back on track and like I wasn't missing the point. So I want to leave you with that little nugget here of if there is a opportunity for you to slow down, to be present without having to go on vacation every single month for the rest of your life to make it worth it. I think it makes those highs even more sweet and the routine that much sweeter. All right, team. Let me know what comes up for you on this one. I would love to know. I would love to hear from you. I think nurse coaches are really equally as obsessed with me about the present moment. It's something that we're all curious about, and how do we get in touch with it a little bit more? And so message me, email me, come comment on the podcast post every week in the Facebook group. I would love to hear from you. All right, team. We will be back same time, same place next week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.